Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to consider this a continuation of last night's update, and we'll just title this one 2022 Prostreet Group Build Update 5.5. Does that sound good? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so I spent some time on the bench last night and I want to show you what I got done. So as I mentioned, I was going to modify the spindles, and you'll notice I cut them back. I cut them back a little bit further than I thought I was going to have to, but everything turned out pretty good. I was able to drill them in the center, and then I took my pin vise and drilled all the way through to the back side, so when I assemble the wheels, I'll be able to pin them. Speaking of wheels, I was able to drill all the way through. I don't know if you can see that. Drill all the way through just fine to the back side with no issues. I was a little bit concerned that I might crack the wheel or something like that, or it'd start chipping off, but I went slow and sure and got it done. So with the modifications of the spindle, I ran into an issue. So I'm going to flip these spindles to get the nose lowered on the car. And the upper A-arm is going to fit well. It's going to clear the tire and the wheel. However, the bottom is not going to. And you can see here. So I'm going to have to come up with a solution. I'm either going to have to cut this kingpin off and glue the lower A-arm right to the bottom of the spindle, or I'm going to have to build the spindle out to the inside of the car and mount it that way. Not sure. But if I build it out and I mount the lower A-arm here, that's going to change the camber. So if it changes the camber of the wheel, I'm going to have to figure out a solution for the upper as well. Not sure what I'm going to do. Most likely the kingpin will get cut off and the lower A-arm will just be mounted to there. But the other problem that I ran into while I was doing the modifications and doing the mock-up on these is that I wanted to use these Pegasus brake rotors. The problem is that they don't fit behind the wheel. Okay, so I'd have to sand the back of the brake caliper for it to fit, but I'd also have to sand off one of these lips on there to give it more clearance to fit inside the wheel and to have enough clearance between the wheel and the spindle. So we'll see what route I take with those as well. I don't have any smaller brake rotors. If worse comes to worst, I could always scratch build some. I have enough styrene rod and styrene flat stock that I can probably manufacture some stuff. So the other thing that I did last night, when I can find it, here it is. I did modify the headers. I cut off the kit header muffler and installed the purple horny. I went and I drilled into the back side of the header some and inserted some styrene rod back there. Glued the purple horny in place, so they're pretty solid. They're not going to go anywhere. I did make the flanges out of flat stock. I have to paint this side purple and this back side flat steel like the header, but I think they came out pretty well. I got both of them done. So those modifications are done on the wheels and on the headers, and I just got a little bit of work and more figuring to do as far as installing the brake rotors and calipers on the fronts. All in all, not a bad night at the bench, but it is the law of unintended consequences. You start modifying a model kit, and you're always going to run into other issues. But like I said, the coilovers have enough clearance now. They'll be able to go down through the upper A-arms and be mounted to the lower A-arm and be fine. And obviously I have some other stuff that I have to do, but the rear end is in the chassis. And I'm just seeing where it fits best. The stance looked pretty good when I put the body on last night. It looked pretty good. I like it. I'm going to use the box stock coilovers. I'll just paint detail them because they are chrome. I'll paint detail them. I might have to modify them a little bit because now this rear end is sunk in a little bit deeper into the chassis. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But all in all, everything's going to be looking pretty sweet. Let me put my sour apple candy cane in here. Yeah. That's going to look pretty sweet, right guys? And obviously I still have to paint the yokes and U-joints on there, but I'm thinking everything's going to look mighty fine when I'm done, guys. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm having fun with this build. I'm trying not to get frustrated with things, but yeah. So hopefully I have another update for you on this thing, possibly Sunday evening. And we'll get it closer to being completed. Alright guys, that's all I got. I thank you for watching. I thank you for commenting. I appreciate all my subs, new and old. And I hope you guys stick around, watch the channel grow. Have a happy weekend. Happy modeling. Thanks for watching.